what's going to happen in this video? I'm going to share one of the best, most exciting and profitable strategies. I want to teach you something that very few people know about. As you can see, every trade you make leads to profit. So if you're looking to improve your trades and daily percentage, watch this video till the end and pay close attention, because I'm going to share many tips that, if you don't consider them, might cause issues. Not only will you not profit, but you might even incur losses. I'm Raya and welcome to your channel. As usual, we will enter the TradingView site. I am applying this strategy on the euro-dollar symbol. You can use this strategy on any stock, symbol, or currency market you're working with, including Forex. Definitely give it a try, because it works really well on everything and is an excellent daily strategy. First, I will teach you how to work with this strategy, then I'll tell you how to set up its settings, because some of its numbers need to be adjusted. You need to change them so that it works perfectly for you. I will clean up the chart to make it less cluttered so you can get familiar with this strategy better. In this strategy, we use two indicators, and I will explain how to set them up properly. The X-trend indicator is placed on the candles, and the second indicator is placed at the bottom of our chart. Okay, now I want to teach you how it works. So listen carefully and attentively to what I say so you can easily use this strategy. The first step is that for taking a buy trade, our candles must be above this moving average line. For taking sell trades, our candles must have closed below this moving average line and the color. This indicator must also be red for a buy trade to be green and for a sell trade to be red. And one point that you absolutely must pay attention to: when these candles turn orange, and to help you see it more clearly, I'll zoom in a bit. If they are orange, you do not enter at these points at all and just wait to see what happens. And the second condition is the QQE histograms, for which I will tell you the settings later. The previous condition, the must all be synchronized. That is, if the X trend signal issues a bullish signal, the QQE histograms must also be green. If it is showing us a decline and drop, this X trend indicator must also have the QQE histograms. They should be red, and our candles should also be red. The next condition we understood is that Heikin Ashi candles, which I will explain to you later. They should be green for an uptrend and red for a downtrend. If, after all these criteria mentioned, they give confirmation, then we can enter the trade. Now, in this strategy, where can we place the TPs and stop losses? For placing the SL or stop loss, you can do this behind the previous swings. We mentioned that after this line issued the external signal for us, our candles must also have closed below it, and after that we can enter the trade. Here we can place the stop loss behind the previous swing, or based on the capital management that allows you to determine how much loss you are permitted in the trade. Enter in a way that you achieve the best result. For the TP, for example, if you have opened a sell trade, as long as the QQE histogram bars do not change color and have not turned green, you can stay in the trade until they show us a change in trend, so that you can achieve a higher risk to reward ratio from the market. And you can also perform a trailing stop to always stay in profit. Trailing stop. If you don't know what it is and how to do it, I have a tutorial about it, and the link to that tutorial will be placed in the description of this video for you so that you can use it. And it's one of the best methods you can use to set your own take profit, is to do some back testing and forward testing on the symbol you are trading. See that. Usually on what rewards does this strategy return? For example, have you tested it? You notice that in most trades it returns on rewards of 4 or 5 in the market. You can set the take profit limit of 4 for yourself in specified trade, so that as soon as the price reaches that take profit of 4, you exit the trade. Or this, that you can even apply this strategy for yourself in the London, New York, Tokyo time frames. Examine these and see in which time frame you are more comfortable trading with this indicator. Because, for example, in the New York market we can experience sharper movements since the trading volume and so the volume of heavy money is high during this time, and in the London market, because there is no limit in the market. Prices move with more calmness and stability. So you can also use this method. Well, friends, now let's go and set up this strategy together. I will clear these so we can go through them together once on the chart and set them up together. The first thing we need to do is change our candles to Heikin Ashi. Our candles. Change them to Heikin Ashi and set our form and time frame to 15 minutes. You can try it on other time frames as well. I personally have tried it myself. They work very well on other time frames, so you should test all of them on the symbol you're working with. As you noticed from the beginning of the video, we need 2 indicators for this strategy. So I open our list of indicators and search for the word Kui threshold. I click on the one provided by JAWS 5770 so that it opens on the chart. As you can see, it opened for us in this section, and we click on its settings as you can see here. In the input section, we change the number 14 to pi 3 and then go to the style tab. Here, we deactivate these 2 checkboxes and then scroll further down. Here, we also deactivate these 4 options. Now, what are these 4 options? You see, friends, for example, the green level brings these 2 dashed lines in the corner for us. We don't need these, so we remove them all. The last part, which is the 4th option, is its background, which we remove, and you apply all the settings I mentioned and click OK. Now that you've set up this indicator, let's move on to the last indicator. Open our list of indicators and search for the word extreme trend, X. You see, friends, it's right at the beginning. I will pin the names of these indicators in the comments of this video in case you can't see them in the image. Whether your internet is weak and the video quality is low, or for any other reason, you can access their names. I click on its settings to make some changes here. I will carry on in this section. We don't need the shape, so we uncheck it. You see, friends, this shape in this state. The small arrows that we see here, we also remove the second shape. And then we proceed up in the extreme section here, where the color is the first color we change to green. Why do we do this? Because the QQE cutter and the candles are in green and red colors. So to better understand, we will turn these 2 into green and red. The first color is for profit and the second color. You apply these changes, hot down for the bearish, and confirm it. Another point is, do you see this line, friends? It's kind of orange. This is the EMA 20. If you don't want to see the overall market trend, you can uncheck this, and if you want to know what the market trend looks like, this. Do you activate its check? Personally, I deactivate it and finally confirm. As you can see, our chart turns out like this. As you can see, well, my dear friends, the introduction of this strategy has also come to an end. I hope you benefit from this strategy and forward test. Take it and be able to use this strategy and gain good profits for yourself. Be sure to write your opinions about these indicators for us, and we would be happy if you treat us to a like.